And we on. Salute, fam. Salute. Big boy in the building. What's happening? What's good, big boy? I had to get that background up out of there. I ain't gonna be on long, y'all. Probably about 30, 45 minutes. Gonna chop it up. Um, put the link in the Charles D. Salute, fam. What's happening? MZ, salute. It's good, bro. I ain't gonna be on for about 30, 45 minutes. We gonna hold y'all. Chop it up about the schedule, about the Charlo Canelo fight this weekend. Um, salute, salute, salute. Seen and unseen. Salute, fam. What's good with it? Let me pull up this goddamn schedule real quick. Man, I did horrible this week, y'all. Winston, shout out to Winston Lee though. He pulled that third place off. Rod X and D-Lo in that top 10. Napoleon. I was tied for 37. Y'all barely hit 105. But this is the last week. Make sure y'all get y'all picks in. Trey X in the building.
Salute, salute. What's going down?
Salute, bro.
Mic check. How it sound?
You sound good.
I bet. What's up, everybody in the chat, man? What's going down?
Champ Ross, salute, bro. What's happening?
Sean Ross blessed us this week. Got us 20 fights on the schedule, so we can come down and stretch on them boys. Definitely appreciate that shit.
Charles D said he said I was at 100 and thought I had a good week. Man, there's some heavy hitters in there, Charles D. This the last week too, man. The new season finna start after this. But this
That's what I'm looking forward to.
definitely got 20 fights though, so he gave some ground. So it's looking good.
That's what I'm looking forward to, man. I pretty much went out there and wet the bed this season, going out there picking fights with my heart instead of picking with my head. So I just want to get this one on behind me and let's go on the next season. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, this is a horrible season for me.
Yeah, this ain't been a good one. But Miss Armin Brown, she been coming through whooping some ass. She gonna get her full season this next season. So we gonna see what she gonna do. I think she got enough to be at least top 20.
Did she put tips on Eric Gard this week?
Yeah, she went out there and put them paws on my boy Eric. Oh man, he talked all that shit. Had to go out there and hold that L. A beautiful L. I see Pecos Build in the building. What's up with it? Gil Cole's in the building talking that shit about my Cowboys. What them Bucks over there doing though?
Gil
With them
Cole, salute,
Eagles. Yeah, he was out there talking shit about my Cowboys, talking about, man, how about them Cowboys? I ain't even say nothing. I had a feeling they was gonna go out there and go to Arizona and have a tough time with them people anyway, so I wasn't even surprised.
Went out there
But
look like shit.
who was your team? Who was your team?
Nigga, my team shit right now. We in the
That
same
boy
boat. We in the same boat.
was say it with your chest then, nigga, since you gonna talk about them Cowboys. Who was your
Nigga,
team?
both shoulders up, nigga. My team, the Panthers. We got a rookie quarterback and a bunch of nobodies. Damn it, we suck.
Yeah, y'all ain't got shit.
Nah, our defense is straight. We just ain't got. We got a bunch of new receivers, a rookie quarterback. That shit's terrible right now.
Yeah, they when I watched them play, he kept on throwing the ball to the same motherfucker, kept on throwing the ball to Thielen over and over again. I said, man, these
That's
motherfuckers,
all we got, nigga.
these Panthers weak as a motherfucker out here, man, for
That's
real.
all we got.
Yeah, the defense was doing a little something the last two games, but then this last game, they went out there and gave up 37. So it looked
Nah,
like
our
the bottom
defense
falling
is.
out.
Nah, our defense is always straight. It's this. The offense is terrible.
Yeah.
QB, fucking Thielen's the only one we got. We traded McCaffrey. Man, that team's it's a fucking shit show.
Yeah, they rebuilding. They rebuilding. That's all this shit is.
What's good though?
Shit, I came to chop it up with Marlo about some boxing in this motherfucker.
Yeah, man. This last week we got 20 joints. I'm gonna have to shake some shit up to try to at least creep into the top 20.
I heard L talk, so I had to go stay on mute. You know what I'm saying? We had a W this week.
I was about to say, you heard us talking about football. You want to get quiet about them Bills. Hey, man,
Yeah,
them Bills had a tough first week, but they done came back with something, man. Salute to them Bills.
hell yeah,
You like the Bills, nigga?
yeah.
I ain't even mad at it, man. My homie liked the Bills. I used to trash his ass after the four Super Bowl trips and nothing came out of that. But hey, man, rock out, dog. Y'all got a you got a solid squad.
Oh yeah, I'm a back in the day Bills fan, man.
Oh, my man's the Don BB, motherfucking
Thurman Thomas.
yeah. He one of
Kelly.
them niggas. He's back. He one of them niggas.
Yeah. Hey, but shit, somebody put up like 70 something points this week.
Shit,
That was the
77,
Miami
80.
Dolphins. Them
Oh,
Dolphins went out there and
Yeah, them
played
motherfuckers. Whew.
them sorry ass Broncos. The Dolphins went out there and put up 70 on them people. It was 70-20.
Nigga, I woke up and thought college basketball started. I was like 70-20. All right, that's college basketball. I went back to sleep. I woke up. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Niggas put up 300 passing and 300 rushing.
Yeah, I think it was 350 passing and rushing on the cool. Yeah, that
that
was
was
Them
terrible.
niggas, they trashed their ass.
that was an ass whooping there.
I see my boy Eric R in the building. What's up, bro? Fresh off that ass whooping, fucking around with the Amazon angel. What's going down? Charles D, you better not laugh, you better not giggle, nigga, because you been getting your ass whooped in that Channel Ross too. Shit, we ain't forgot.
I've been going against the grain trying to catch up. But
This
I've been
nigga
making
always got an excuse.
no,
I
it's
was
not an
locked up.
excuse.
I
That
was
no, it's
locked
not.
up. I was
It's
out
not
of
it.
town.
Nah, no. Well, first off, the locked up shit was real. You can check that shit. That shit
I
was
ain't
legit.
checking a motherfucking thing. You getting your ass whooped in the Channel Ross, nigga. Check that.
No,
What
but I
place you
said,
in?
but didn't I just say I have to go left? I have to go left to try to make up some ground.
You ain't
Yeah,
got to do nothing. All you got to do is put your best foot forward and let everybody else make mistakes.
Hell no, I gotta try to catch up, nigga. I'm in like 30th place or some shit,
This
nigga.
nigga been
I
this
gotta
nigga
start
been trying
shaking
to
up
catch
shit.
up since week 3.
Nah,
This nigga
hell
been trying
no.
to catch up since week 3.
Nah,
Nigga, we
nigga,
ain't trying to
I'm
hear that
usually
shit.
nigga, I'm usually solid. Right now, this is a shitty week. This is a shitty season. I can
A
admit that much.
solid 40th place, huh, man?
there you go. Winston Lee took that third place. Salute,
I
bro.
can I can admit this is a shitty season.
My shitty season, I'm in 12th place.
That's
That's what a
cool.
shitty season is for me, nigga. 12th place.
Well, this is shitty for me. I'm not
This
ranked
nigga
anywhere.
said he is bottom 3 in every statistical category on the Champ Ross.
Yeah, this shit is terrible right now.
Miss Lex, salute, sis.
I think I got like three. Usually I'm good in the decision shit. I'm usually somewhere ranked in the knockout shit. I'm nowhere in that shit. I know I got one or two or some shit, but I'm somewhere way in the bottom.
This
Eric
shit
Carr,
coming.
salute, bro. I don't speak to you.
This shit coming down to my boy Nick Harmon. He going for number 3. And also Uncle Burnt apostrophe. He a bad motherfucker. He been picking his ass off for several seasons. I told him, I said, man, you look like a uncrowned champion. He said, man, I'm gonna try to go get one and shit. He trying to go get it. So salute to both them motherfuckers, number 1 and number 2.
But as far as the knockout shit, I've literally just been missing them shits. Like I'd be second guessing myself. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the fourth. Nah, fuck it, I go with the third, and then the shit happened in the fourth. I'm like, damn it, I should have stuck with that shit.
Oh yeah, that's the story of my life. Yeah, this last week I would have did good, but I kept on getting 5 points on everything. Nickelbag Nicholas was my name. I'm talking about every goddamn fight. I'm getting 5
Stick said
points.
Nickelback.
For real, all I can get is 5, man. I can't get 10. But
Moody
you
Trey,
know,
salute, bro.
Moody
Yo,
Trey was in the
shit,
building. What's
I
up
was
with
going
it?
through the same thing. I think I lost one or two fights, but I kept getting the shit wrong. I'm like, all right, majority decision. Somebody got knocked out. I'm like, fuck. But I got the fight right.
Man,
But I didn't get the pick shit.
I be doing some stupid shit. I went and picked Joe Joyce this past weekend.
You ain't the only one.
Yeah, I picked that motherfucker. You gonna go out there and get his ass knocked out? What about 3 rounds?
Yeah, I bet. But see, the good thing is, I bet bread. Did I bet? Yeah, I bet bread on that. But I didn't bet it in the Champ Ross League. I'm like, all right, cool. Joyce is gonna redeem himself. He gonna try to get this nigga into the 6th round, and then that's when Zane start fading and shit. Hell no, this nigga went out in 2 or 3. I'm like, god damn, nigga went out like a loop dancer, face down, ass up. I'm like, god damn.
Man, that was my thoughts too, though. I thought that maybe Joyce can get him into them deep waters and go and let Zane start slowing down and let that gas tank come into play. But Zane had other plans. He said he ain't even gonna let him make it 4, 5 rounds. Now he got his ass out of there in 3.
Yeah, that shit hurt. I was like, god damn.
Hey, he ain't no fool. He's like, shit, I got to get him up out of there early. You know what happened last time?
Yeah, last time is I got shut. He didn't get slept.
Nah, but I'm talking about Zane. He started to gas out as
Oh,
the
yeah,
round.
Zane started gassing later in that fight. This motherfucker was an assassin in that fucking second fight.
Yeah, he brought
Yeah,
up.
man, I'm starting a petition. That motherfucker Joe George need to change his name. You cannot be called a juggernaut and you getting your ass knocked out like that, man. No way. Change your name, sir.
Learn how to. He didn't learn shit from that first fucking loss. Got hit with the same shit, just even harder.
Yeah, he brought back the hook on him this time. Shit, last time he was hitting him with them left hand. This time he brought the hook back.
Yeah, but in the first fight, he was doing that too. If you watch that shit, he couldn't miss.
Yeah,
He
but it was
could not
mainly the
miss.
left hand. This time he came back with the hook.
Yeah, but
Is what I'm
Joyce.
saying.
Yeah, yeah, he hit him clean this time, but he didn't hit him clean in that first fight. The first fight, it was this left, left, left. Like, get your head off the fucking line. But this time, boom, bang! I was like, oh, you got to be fucking shitting.
Yeah, fight that I think a fight that some of these fighters need to study. They need to go back and watch that Andy Ruiz when he fought Luis Ortiz. I thought that was a great way that he approached the southpaw in that fight. He didn't just do the standard, get the lead foot dominance and all that kind of shit. He was circling towards the power hand, and he said the reason that he did that is because he felt like it made him a one-handed fighter. If he go the other way, he said he had both hands in play. But if he circled towards the power hand, all he got to do is make that hand miss, and he couldn't really come back with nothing. And that's how he was able to beat Luis Ortiz. I thought that shit was masterful when we had called that fight.
All I know is Zhang is in the running right now to fight either one. Fury on his bullshit, so he gonna give Usyk hell as long as Usyk can hold up to that punch.
You said
Yeah,
who?
Usyk, because Zhang's ranked in both. Because Zhang, you saw the post fight interview.
I ain't
No,
even
I
see.
didn't see.
I ain't see the post fight interview, man. But they gonna have to give Philip Bergovich up in there too. I mean, he do got a win over Zhang, even though it was controversial. Hell, they might need to run it back. I like both the motherfucker deep amateur backgrounds and shit. I'm gonna jump up in the chat a little bit though. I don't even know where we was, man. I'm just about to jump up in there.
I picked Turkovich to win that fight, and then I'm watching the fight, and he gets hit by Zhang sometimes, and he looking somewhere off in the stands. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
Are you
Like,
talking about Joyce?
no, 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 no. When he fought with Zhang for Herkovich.
Oh yeah, his head wasn't in the fight, man. I think he
I
lost
don't
his
know where
pops
he
and all
was.
kind of shit.
This nigga
Yeah,
hit this nigga. He's staring off in the stands. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on here?
he had a lot of shit going on outside the ring. Like he lost his pops and a whole bunch of other shit. So he wasn't fully focusing on. Plus, he was coming off a long layoff. That's something else. Hell, I saw a video not that long ago. Floyd Mayweather said the difference between Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather is Pretty Boy Floyd was active. He was fighting all the time. That is a major component in boxing that people like to kind of overlook. You got to be active, man. All this fighting one
Floyd was
time a
fighting
year and all this shit, that's
back then.
bullshit.
But that's back then. And Floyd was fighting like every 3 months. But that's that '90s shit. Like niggas ain't got that kind of niggas ain't built like that.
I mean, they,
Not
they
right
can
now.
they can do they can do it. It's the promotional companies that ain't built like that. Sometimes you see fighters that's fighting pretty active. Like look at Jared Anderson right now. He done fought like 3 times this year already. He trying to get him another fight before the year end. It can be done. They just gotta let these motherfuckers do that shit, man. Because I really believe that most fighters want to fight. I don't think fighters want to just be sitting on the sideline.
Nah, you hear them at the end of the fights. They'll be like, "Yo, I'm looking forward to fighting 2 or 3 more times this year," and then you see them maybe once if you're lucky.
Yeah, and if they're a PBC fighter, and I say that PBC stands for postponed boxing careers, they be putting them, yeah, they be putting them people on the shelf, man. Let them folks be active. And
This
that's
nigga
one
said,
reason, man. I
nigga
ain't
said
even really
postpone. I call that shit protected boxing community. This nigga said postpone.
postponed boxing careers is what I call it, because they always coming off long layoffs. You know what I'm saying? We got a fighter this weekend. We supposed to pay $85 for a man that ain't fought in 2 years or some shit. Talking about Jermell Charlo fighting against Canelo. Man, that ain't no shit that I'm looking forward to paying. I'm tired of paying for fighters coming off layoffs. I'm sick of that shit. I feel like I already know the outcome of the fight. He ain't fought in all this time. Canelo been relatively active. He got the advantage. And you got to come up two weight classes to fight this man. He
Yeah,
probably
but
about
see,
to go up
people
there and
not,
get the ass
but
whooped.
nah, I don't. Canelo's gonna win, but I don't think it's as bad as people was making it seem because you got to realize this nigga fights at 54, Charlo, where he rehydrates.
I'm talking about the layoff. If it
Oh no
wasn't
no
for
no
the
no no,
layoff,
yeah, the layoff is yeah, well the layoff sucks, but Canelo's coming off of a layoff too. Besides fighting Ryder, that was his recent fight coming off of
man,
a
he,
layoff.
he
So
fought he fought
for
Golovkin,
the hand surgery, he had the surgery after Golovkin.
but still though he been relatively active, man. If I go to Canelo shit right now on BoxRec, I'm not about to see no long layoffs for Canelo.
Nah, probably like 8 9 months max. And Charles coming off what, maybe close to a year. Not like his brother and shit. His brother ain't fighting like 3.
I'm about to go right now. I'm
Because when
going to
he was
BoxRec.
supposed to, because when he was supposed to fight Zoo, he had his shit. Didn't fight Zoo. I don't. It hasn't been a year yet for Mel.
Hell yeah. I ain't even looking yet, and I know this man ain't fought in a long time.
It can't be
He
over a
fought.
year.
He done fought like one time in 2 years or some shit.
Who, Mel?
Yeah, Canelo. Canelo had him a fight
Yeah,
almost
Ryder.
five. Yeah, almost 5 months ago. He fought the man in May.
Wasn't Mel supposed to fight? What's the boy's name? Zoo. Wasn't he supposed to fight him
And
at the top of the
Charlo,
at the top of the
Charlo,
year?
Charlo has not fought since May of last year. And before then, his
Damn.
last fight was in July of 2021. So this man done had 2 fights since 2021 in July. He fought Brian Castano May of 2021. Then he came back and fought Brian Castano May of
Rematch.
2022. Man, that's activity that ain't worth a fuck. This man ain't fought in 16 months. And I'm supposed to want to jump up and go pay for that shit. A man that ain't fought in 16 months.
I ain't think his layoff was that fucking long. It's been 16 months since he fought Castano in a rematch?
Yeah, yeah. I just told you May of 2022.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's bullshit, man. These PBC folks, they do not send their fighters into these fights with the best chance to win. They keep on sending them out there off these long layoffs. Cool Boy Steph and a whole bunch of them, man, they done like that. Like that's part of their blueprint that they need to change. That is some bullshit. And it's no surprise that these niggas keep on losing. Earl Spence went out there after 17-month layoff and got his ass demolished.
But that was a choice by him because he wasn't even hurt. He could have took a tune up while they was negotiating all that dumb shit, but that's neither here nor there. But
The
damn.
big fish don't want no tune up, man. The big fish want to go into the big fights. That's what he want.
And
And
that's
he
why
can
his
say
ass got tuned up.
it exactly. I mean, it sounds good, but if you look at the history of boxing and you look at what happens when people come off layoffs, it sounds good until it don't sound good. And this is the time that it didn't sound good. He came off them layoffs some other times, but he ain't fought no fucking Terrence Crawford. And then he come off a layoff, fight Crawford. He go out there and get demolished. All the people that picked him, we out there looking embarrassed and shit.
Damn.
Armor
Yeah,
Brown
man.
I
salute,
can't
sis.
believe Castano was the last fight for him. But I still like his chances though, man. The
Man,
layoff sucks. The layoff sucks, but everybody acts like the weight is a big problem. Like the dude fights at 54. You gotta remember the nigga hydrates to like 62, 63. Is because Derrick James is saying he's coming in at that in that weight range, which is smart because he's really not cutting weight. He's just showing up to fight where he's
What's up to my
accustomed to fighting at.
Amazon angel? My Amazon angel, Miss Army Brown in the building. What's up with him?
So I don't think the weight to play a factor. Maybe the layoff, but definitely not the weight.
But this is the thing though. The layoff is enough. The weight is enough. Like he has literally never fought 12 rounds at this weight class. It's gonna be like he fighting with a 15-pound weight in his pocket or some shit. He ain't never experienced that. So what I'm saying is it's another variable on top of the layoff. The layoff is enough. So he got the layoff and he got the weight. Like, man, nah, that's some bullshit, bro. And this is coming from somebody that like getting my picks right overall in the channel routes. Them fucking layoffs is the number one way that I lose. So
The
I'm not
layers,
going to.
I can agree with the layoff thing, but the whole weight thing,
Yeah, that I really ain't
I
even
don't think the
tripping
weight
on
thing
that.
is. I'm not bugging off the weight because people act like, oh, he's coming up for 54. Yo, dog, he rehydrates like 62, 63. That's a couple pounds off of 68. I promise you, he's not coming in at 68, 70, no crazy heavy shit. He's gonna stay somewhere underneath the radar, just like when Floyd fought Canelo. He's gonna come like probably 2, 3 pounds off, like
Yeah, I
right in his
really don't
comfort
even
zone.
give a damn about the weight. Shit, when I started this saying what I'm saying, the number one thing is the layoff.
Yeah, the layoff is gonna suck.
Yeah, there ain't nothing nobody can tell me about a 16-month layoff. Nothing. That shit don't benefit no fight. You ain't fought in 16 months. You done had 2 fights since July of 2021. And I'm supposed to sit up here and think that you got a good chance to win. I done been down that road before, man. I took Earl Spence over Crawford, got embarrassed.
The
I
only
took
thing
Cool
that
Boy, I took Cool Boy Steph over Inouye and got embarrassed. Like I done been here before, man. If you give me enough time, I can name at least a half a dozen fights where folks came off layoffs and got their ass kicked. I can't give you too many fights where folks came off of layoffs and won.
the only thing I could think of for Charlo is try to weather that shit early because everyone knows Canelo gases. But shit, that's a lot of shit you got to weather early. And he hitting hard. He punching.
And I think that Canelo can mess around and go to his body early, and I think he might be able to slow this guy down. If it wasn't for the layoff, I would think maybe a decision. But I'm starting to think Canelo might stop him in about 10 rounds. That's what I'm starting to think.
The only thing I give Charlo in that fight is one, the nigga is always in shape. Can't caution that nigga's gas tank. Two, he could take a punch, but he hasn't taken a punch from a nigga in that weight class. So we gonna have to see how that nigga chin hold up.
And how many prolific body punches has he going against in his career?
Shit. Who, Charlo?
Yeah,
Shit, I can't even think of one.
that's what I'm saying. This is a different category, man. You got a man that's in a high weight class, somebody that's been more active, and this guy is a great body puncher. That's what makes me think that he got enough to maybe stop Charlo coming down the stretch.
Yeah, but you got to also know Charlo. I mean, not Charlo. Canelo doesn't. I can't say he doesn't. He hasn't showed it recently. Let's just say his punch placement is solid. His output ain't crazy, but his where he lands, once he wants to land it, it counts. And mm, I mean, good fight. Wrong Charlo, but good fight.
Yeah, it would be much better for me if Charlo was coming off a tune-up. But it is what it is. That's what we getting. So I think Canelo gonna go out there and take this one though. But I will say this: the odds makers had the shit open up pretty close. They had Canelo at -210 when it first opened. I done seen some places got him up to -400. So all the money coming in on Canelo. So it is what it is. I think they right this time.
Okay, big boys, you sitting here in the chat saying Canelo usually gasses with question marks. Nigga, yes, he gasses. Canelo's gas tank is trash.
I understand what he's saying too, though, because he said that he feel like towards the end of the fight he started landing a lot of shots, like when he fought against Caleb Plant, shit like that. He got
Yeah,
pretty strong coming down the stretch.
but also you got to remind yourself when he fought Caleb Plant also gasses. It was power punches that got Caleb Plant out of there because he couldn't move the same way he was moving, and he got caught, and that's cool. But look at when he fought Bivol.
Hey, this nigga Charles D be talking like he a top 5 Chan Ross type nigga or something. No, man.
Nah, I'm not a top 5 shit, nigga. I'm just saying if we gonna look
Talking
at
like he
fight,
top
if
5
we gonna
Chan
look at
Ross.
fights, if we gonna look at
This
fights, and we gonna talk some shit, make it consistent.
Joseph Brown,
nigga,
salute, bro.
this
Hey,
nigga talk. What you
he
about to
have
say, bro?
had he have had prior gas tank issues, but
Yeah, that
lately,
nigga a Hemi. He a charger, nigga. He good
nah,
for
but lately,
about the first 8 miles, and then you done, nigga. If you move
lately,
around and cause problems,
lately it's been up to par though.
Yeah, that's why I say I see both. I see both the arguments. I done seen a little bit of both. I done seen Canelo come down the stretch. Like when he fought Triple G the first time, I thought he got tired coming down the stretch. But I also done seen some fights where I felt like Canelo closed pretty strong coming down the stretch. So that's why I say I see both of them, both sides of the story.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Lately, he's been looking a little bit better coming down the stretch than prior. I don't know if it's in the meat though, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Let me jump up in the chat, man. We ain't read nothing out the chat, huh?
this nigga said, I don't know if it's in the meat.
Yeah, it might be in that that good old Clem Raw. Shit, where we gonna jump in the chat at, man? We ain't read none of this shit, huh? John Ross said he heard all them goddamn excuses and shit too, nigga. I'm gonna start right here. Gil Cole said he in a strong 20th place. I'm gonna scroll up, y'all. Pecos Bill salute to you. Say salute everybody in the chat. John Ross said, I think I'm down by the 30s now. I feel hard, goddamn. Moody Trayweather, yeah, salute to you, brother. John Ross said, yeah, they've been going at it for weeks, neck and neck. Shit crazy. And them motherfuckers going out there looking like the Thriller in Manila. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him coming down the stretch. John Ross said Ruben Gonzalez hit on that Ryan McCaskill draw. That's how he grabbed first. Okay, good shit to the brother. Even though I felt like I got
That
fucked
fight
out
was a
my
fucking
money.
robbery.
Yeah, I got fucked out my money, man, because I had everybody take Sandy Ryan by decision. We got plus 185 for
I took
Sandy
Sandy
Ryan.
Ryan too, and that shit was a fucking robbery.
Yeah, they fucked us out our money and shit, man. I was mad as hell about that too. My boy Yasa hit me up talking about, man, we got robbed. So then I went to go see what my boy the Kane be talking about, because he the king of the women's boxing. And he say that we got robbed too. So shit, that's what I rolled with. I saw some highlights. I ain't gonna lie, the highlights looked like it was more competitive than what people were saying. But overall, it did
Nah,
seem like
Sandy was putting it on her ass, man. I felt shit, nigga. That shit was they left the motherfucking engine running. They knew what they was doing. That shit was a bank robbery.
yeah. Sean Ross said lots of people picked Joyce, surprising. Yeah, I went out there and picked Joyce, man. I had flip flop in the Eubanks against Liam Smith fight. So I said, let me go ahead and flip the switch on this one and go with the person that lost the first time. But it bit me this time. Big Boys Boxing said just looked scared from the start. He should have taken a pillow with him into the ring. Pecos Bills said have the juggernaut, gave the juggernaut some sleeping pills. Big Boys Boxing said everybody was saying he just has to move to his left, but I was saying he has a hook too. Yeah, I seen the hook when he fought against that Jared Forrest. He was tapping Jared Forrest with a short left hand and coming back with the hook on his ass. So yeah, I wasn't surprised to see that hook. Pecos Bill said Juggernaut. Hold on. John Ross said Zane was sitting on that the whole time. He was waiting on it, seen it, and hit it. Pecos Bill said Juggernaut looked like he was breakdancing when he fell down. Eric Orr said George learned how to go down quicker, and he learned not to turn down no step aside for a guaranteed ass whooping. Big Boys Boxing says Zhang has more trouble with boxers. I could see that. Chan Ross says Zhang has millions of people watching him every fight too in China. So he got a whole country behind him.
You
Hyphy say
ain't
I wish
lying.
Deontay would show interest in fighting Zhang. I got Zhang by knockout. I mean, I don't think that's too far to go, man. Zane got a deep ass amateur background. A lot of people don't be thinking about that shit or giving credit to it. That's a
Yeah,
4.5 bona fide
but both
on
of
the
them
scale.
niggas are real patient. Like they'll both sit there and wait to see who will land. Because Wilder sit there and lose 6 rounds and then land some shit. Zhang, he'll throw some shit in between, but I can see that shit being just all right. Wait for that shit to open up. Boom, straight left or straight right. Someone's going down.
All right. Um, what the fuck? I lost my spot. Okay. Pecos Bill said he saw the video. Hype said Ergovich was in his first camp with Ronnie, and he reached Saudi Arabia only 6 days before the fight versus Zane. So he said he had some shit outside the ring going on, and he had to take some time to adjust to a new trainer. Sean Ross said Hitchens fought 3 times over the past year, and look at the momentum he has now, 140. Only thing is, it don't seem like he straight capitalized off his moment, because I hear a lot of people saying how boring that they thought the fight was. Like, he finally get the big fight to put him on the map, and everybody's talking about how boring the man is. And I missed out on some money too, because they had Hitchens by decision at minus 150. But for some reason, I talked myself into thinking that he might knock this dude out. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, man. I took him by decision on the Champ Ross, but I should have bet on that shit all day. Pecos Bill, okay, Miss Lex, what's up with it? Said I would be in Vegas. I don't have a ticket to the fight. I'm like you. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay for that shit, man. She said she might finesse her way into the fight. Nah, it ain't mad at you. Sean Ross said last time Charlo fought was Castano, absolutely. And that shit was in May of 2022. Big Boys Boxing said Canelo has had 5 fights in a time. Mel has had 2. And that's the kind of shit that I was trying to allude to. You know what I'm saying? While this man been sitting, this man been fighting overall. So that's why I say he's been a lot more active. Ms. Armin Brown, my Amazon Angel. Winston Lee said 16 months and coming off a broken hand. Also moving up 2 divisions. This man has a problem on his hands. I think so. I think so too, bro. We're gonna see about it though. Miss Lex say great points to Winston Lee. Um, Man, it seemed like my shit just went all the way down to the bottom, man. I done lost some spot. I'm gonna have to scroll up a little bit, y'all. Um, God damn. Okay, hold on. If you say Charles is overlooking the common sense opinion, Canelo is not entering the ring at 168. Salute to my boy Dilo in the building. What's up, bro? What's going down? Pecos Bill said that boy Charlo has a hard fight on his hands. The layoff will make you pay. He's not Floyd. Yo, that's square Bennett. That's one thing we got to give Floyd props on too. Because he came off layoffs a lot of times in his career, but he still was able to get the victory. So salute to that motherfucker.
What did they say to Canelo's not coming in at 68?
He said Charles is overlooking the common sense opinion. Canelo is not entering the ring at 168.
If you notice when Canelo defends at 168, you notice he never comes in. He comes in at 166, 164 either. Are you overlooking that opinion also? Because when Charlo rehydrates when he fights at 54, he comes up 64, 65. So, I mean, did you pay attention to that shit as you made that comment? Not you, but the person who typed it.
Yeah, nigga, I know you talking to. Dilo said Thurman and Barrios were both coming off a layoff. Hey man, this a hot take. I got a feeling that Barrios about to go out there and whoop Ugas. I don't know about y'all, man, but it seems like Ugas might be coming in off a tough spot. I mean, he ain't the youngest guy. He
He
ain't
coming
the
off an
biggest guy.
ass. He coming off an ass whooping.
He coming off a major ass whooping. And he got the youngster that's 28 years old in his prime. Somebody that went out there and went back and forth with a few good fighters in his career. He ain't no fish out of water. I got a feeling he about to go out there and whoop Ugas. I don't know if they gonna give it to him on the cards, but I got a feeling he about to go whoop Ugas though. 28-year-olds normally beat 37-year-olds or whatever that shit is. Yeah, I think it's a good spot for Barrios.
That's a tough task, especially what Ugas is coming off of.
Yeah, man. If it wasn't for that ass whooping like that, the way he took, I might want to lean toward Ugas. But they got Ugas as a 3-1 favorite, so maybe I'm tripping. But
Wait,
he
what?
opened.
He 3-1.
He actually opened at 9-1. But all the money keep on coming in on Barrios, so they done bet him from 9-1 to 3-1.
Oh yeah, so they see what's coming on. He coming off an orbital bone, a fucked up rib. He coming off of a lot of shit.
And he living a good life. He over here settled down, got his woman. They over there smiling, walking dogs and grinning and shit. Hell, he might be sleeping on silk sheets. This motherfucker Barrios, I think he still got something to prove, man. I got a feeling Barrios about to whoop Oogies, y'all. Square business.
How tall is
Uh,
Barrios? He's 5'10", right? He I know he was big at 40.
yeah, Barrios about 5'10". Oogies like what, 5'9", 5'8", something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Barrios
Barrios pretty
long.
big. Yeah, yeah. We
Pause.
gonna, yeah, I was about to say we're gonna throw the pause in there, but yeah. Um D'Lo said Thurman and Barrios were both coming off the big layoff. Big Boys Boxing said Canelo. Okay, I reread that. Big Boy said, yeah, I got Canelo in 10. Well, let's lock in one time, Big Boys. Champ Ross said, I think Charlo has a good chin, but the body shots he will not cooperate. That's what I'm thinking too. The only reason I'm thinking that Canelo might stop him late is because the layoff and the body work. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we see fighters like we'll think they gonna get stopped, but the body work don't be there. Like let me give you an example. Um, what's the name of that dude that went out there and got his ass whooped twice by the Nordic Nightmare? Um, that
Kaunaki.
mother, yeah, Adam Kanaki. He went out
Yeah, but
there
he
and fought.
blocked with his face. I knew that shit was a disaster. I made a killing on that first fight.
See, but look, when he fought that dude, what's the name of the guy from Croatia that went out there and had the tough fight against FL Jogba early in his career? I want to say he was like 69 and 15. I think his name started with a D. He fought against Kanaki. He from Croatia, I want to say, man. I can't think of his name. But look,
Shit, I came to a blank with that one.
a lot of people thought he was gonna stop Kanaki. But when I looked at the tape, he wasn't going to the body. And he went out there and beat Kanaki by decision. I had everybody bet on the decision and got plus 500 because he didn't have no body work. See, the Nordic Nightmare, he wasn't a big body puncher, but he was going to the body with straight right hands. And just that little bit of body work was enough to slow Kanaki down. He went out there and stopped him. So when you got an absence of body work, the knockouts decrease. And when you got the body work, they obviously increase. And that's what Canelo got, man. Canelo got the body work. So that's what made me think he might be able to slow this guy down and get him out of there in about 10. If y'all know the name of that guy that start with a D, he got a fight against FL Jabba and he got a fight against Adam Kanaki.
Shit,
Let me know what his name
I'm
is.
at a blank right now. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck was the first. I thought Hellenius was the first piece, the first person to beat Kanaki.
He was. I'm talking about the second dude that beat Kanaki. Appreciate that from Big Boy Boxing. His name is Ali Demareason. Appreciate that shit. That's why I knew his name started with a D from like Croatia or something like that. But yeah, square business, Demareason. Um, I
I
scrolled
don't
down to
even
see that
remember
shit. Now
that
I gotta
shit. Damn,
find my place in this motherfucker again because I
my
scrolled
bad.
down to try to find that name. No, it ain't on you. That's on me. Um, D'Lo said I got Canelo and I never picked that motherfucker. Salute to my boy Joseph Brown. All rise for the honorable Judge Joe Brown. What's up, bro? Salute to you. Um, Pecos Bill said that can happen to Charlo. D'Lo said Canelo has had gas tank issues in the past, but we shall see how that shit goes. That's why I say I see it both sides. I done seen him have some gas tank issues in the past, and I also done seen him come down the stretch pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? So I see both of them. Um, John Ross said Bivol not even close to Charlo though. I don't think you can compare those two. No, I got one at 3.5 on my scale. That's Charlo, 56 and 8 motherfucker, national champion, going against a world beater and Dimitri Bivol. That motherfucker won a bronze medal at the AIBA World Championships and shit. So he a 4.5 on my scale. That's somebody that's fighting international and whooping ass around the world. So I think him and Charlo on two different levels. I got to give the edge to Bivol on that. Pecos Bill talking about facts on facts. Champion in the building. Okay. Welcome to the gym. This is the first time. I guess he know Champ Ross. D-Lo said I can't chat in here from my other phone. Can't figure out why. Same account. I don't know shit about no technology. Ms. Auburn Brown said, please like the video. We definitely would appreciate that. Champ
Ivy,
Ross,
salute, bro. D-Lo, salute, bro. What's happening? They go salute. What's happening?
salute. Sean Ross said it was a robbery. I guess he talking about that Sandy Ryan fight, talking about Jessica McCaskill. Yeah, they fucked me out my Sean Ross pick and fucked me out my money on that one.
Yeah, man, I was pissed at that one.
Yeah, D-Lo said I would tread water all season trying to stay afloat. Yeah, we're gonna come back with something next season. Don't even worry about
They
it, man.
really robbed her. Did you see the
We're gonna
fight,
put
or
off
did you didn't catch it
what'd you say?
when Ryan fought McCaskill? Did you see it, or you didn't see it?
Now I saw the highlights of the fight. I didn't see the
Man,
whole fight.
that shit was fucking highway robbery.
I saw some people talking about they had a 91 to 99 and stuff like that. I saw some pretty wide scores.
Yeah,
So
not for McCaskill.
yeah, that's what I'm saying for Ryan.
Yeah, that shit was fucking crazy.
I normally don't cry robbery, but when I started looking at the scores that people had, that's what made me say, well, maybe it was a robbery. So I just went on ahead and rolled with it. Big Boys Boxing said, yeah, Ryan won that 8-2 or 7-3, the worst kind of robbery. Pecos Bill said, mad they cheated our girl Sandy. Yeah, they went out there and got us on that one. OG, it's all good. We'll come back with some. Hyphy said, respectfully, I didn't find a round which Jessica clearly won. Terrible decision. All right, even Hyphy said it was a bad decision. Dilo said the apocalypse got more grin in him than the juggernaut. Who is the apocalypse? That's what they call Zane. Big Boys Boxing said Zane versus Wilder would be awesome. Yeah, that'd be a good fight. Somebody definitely going to sleep. D'Lo said Ergovich's dad had just died as well. It was a cool scrap for sure. Yeah, I had said that earlier. D'Lo said I would not be saying that toll for Canelo versus Charlo, but I wish them well. I would not be paying that toll, but I wish them well. I got you. Joseph Brown said I put the money on the upset. All right, Ms. Let's say she like Barrios. Well, let's lock in if you agree with me. D'Lo said I was planning on taking Barrios. Yeah, man, we might have to lock in on that one, bro. We're gonna take the 28-year-old over the 37-year-old, or whatever the fuck he is. D'Lo said it wouldn't make sense to rob Barrios versus Ugas. They go in the building, salute to you. Baker's Bill said Mario could give us a surprise. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Big Boys Boxing, yeah, appreciate that shit. That's what I was trying to say. I'll leave them a reason. D'Lo said we also have seen Ugas have some tough goals versus an Abel Ramos. Even though Abel Ramos ain't no punk. Hyphy say rumor mill. Saul has looked terrible in sparring this camp. Now, we hear that kind of shit every goddamn big fight. They go say, I got Canelo beating Jamel because Jamel is coming off a 16-month layoff, hand injury, plus moving up 2 weight classes. That's a lot to overcome. Yeah, for sure, man. I just don't like that many variables. Like, of course, we like betting on the fights and stuff like that. And I try to find the spots with the least amount of variables. You know what I'm saying? And that's a little bit too much for me. Was somebody about to say something? Hyphy say Trey McCaskill fights like a poor version of Regis. Plus, he was the shorter fighter, but standing up straight. You already know I hate fighters that stand up straight like that, but I'm about to check out the full version of the fight. The little shit that I seen, maybe they doctored up the highlights to make it look more competitive than what it was, but it did look like McCaskill was fighting back. I mean, it looked like Sandy was off in there doing some good work, but I saw it take a few shots. But I will say this, they mainly showed the ending of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the last few rounds. And it looked like it was kind of back and forth a little bit. But when I get a chance, I'm going to look at the whole thing. I should have got a link from my boy Yasa or something. D-Lo said, that's what I call Zane, the apocalypse. That was the true scary motherfucker on X-Men. Juggernaut was just me. Yeah. Yeah, I love the X-Men shit too, man. All right, man. We caught up in the chat. Marlo, where you at, bro? You
Yeah, all right.
What you had on the docket, man?
Shit, I wasn't gonna be on long. I'm gonna chop it up about the card this weekend.
What all we got? I know we got the youngster Elijah Garcia having a step up type fight this weekend.
How
He
many fights
going
this
out there,
weekend?
huh?
How many fights this weekend?
We got 20 on the Chan Rose.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I be telling Chan Ross let us get them numbers though, man. Fuck all that 10 and 12 and shit. I tell that motherfucker, man, put 20 on there if you can.
Yeah, he started putting the pro box cards on there the last 2 weeks. I was like, about time.
Yeah, yeah, I'm for that big volume and shit. But we got this Murat Garcia versus Otto All In Wall In fight this weekend. I told big boys that I was leaning towards Wall In. I seen that the odds makers got Garcia as a pretty big favorite in that fight. They got him at like minus 300. So I guess I might be wrong on that one, but I think I'm gonna stay with my pick and take All In Wall In, man.
Frank
Huh.
Sanchez.
Yeah, like I said earlier too, we got that Elijah Garcia. He fighting the dude that had to fight. I think Resendez or something like that. He had a pretty good fight against Jerry Hurd. I think that's when Jerry Hurd got his face broke or something like that. He might have broke an eye socket or something. That's gonna be a pretty good fight. We got Ja Opataya. He coming back against Jordan Thompson. Jordan Thompson, the big, tall, slim motherfucker. Hitman Hearns built. Deontay Wilder built motherfucker got a strong right hand. I saw him have a tough fight against a dude named Vidal Dual Car or something like that. Dual Car, he was getting out boxed all day, but he dropped Jordan Thompson late in that fight and gave him a scare. You know what I'm saying? But Jordan Thompson, he ain't no punk. He just ain't got no amateur background. And he going against Jao Pataya, who is a 4.5 on the scale. That man is an AIBA World Championship bronze medalist. I think he's gonna go out there and whoop the shit out of Jordan Thompson. But he is coming off a layoff. He has not had a fight since he fought against Maurice Bradis. So let's see how that shit gonna turn out. A motherfucker coming off a layoff like that. We also got Jesus Ramos versus Mario Barrios. Jesus Ramos is
Man,
a that's a good fight, man. Jesus Ramos is a tough southpaw. And they said that I read somewhere, I don't even remember where I read it,
he
but
is
I read
minus
that
for those that's looking for the odds for that fight, minus 430.
I
Ramos.
was
It's minus 430.
when I was reading, I read that Ramos was whooping Earl Spence ass in sparring. And that is a southpaw. So that was also some evidence that we probably shouldn't have been picking Earl in that fight because every time he in there with a southpaw, he having problems. You know what I'm saying? But him versus Lubin is gonna be a good fight. And Ramos, he got action at pretty much anybody at 154. You put him off in there with Tim Zoo and all the motherfuckers, man, it's gonna be some great fights. And I'll probably have to take Ramos on the cool shit. He might be the best in the division. He might be next up. So this a little bit of a step up for him this fight. Let's see what he gonna do against Lubin. 143-7 Lubin. You know what I'm saying? National championships and all that kind of shit.
Hey yo, y'all be safe. Oh, somebody else in the chat was looking for the Ugas odds. Ugas is the favorite.
Yeah, who gets the favorite all day? Like I said,
Ugas is Ugas is minus four. What the fuck was it? 430.
it depends on what website you go to. You know, they all got different numbers.
Yeah, I'm at FanDuel, so FanDuel is up here. That's where I get the bet at. So FanDuel Ugas minus 430. He's the favorite over Barrios. So take that how y'all want to take it. Bet against it just in
Yeah,
case
that's
y'all. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. He the favorite, but I think I'm bucking that.
Yeah, shit. Barrios is younger, big. Like everybody's sitting there, and they talk shit about Barrios. Like you could stick him anywhere, but the young boy is tall. He's strong. You could. It's where he's gonna sit at. Like he doesn't even have a home right now. You could put him at 40, 47, 54, probably 60 because he's what is he 5'10"?
I don't know. He started out pretty low though in weight. I think he started out at like 112. So I don't know if he can go up that far.
Yeah, but he was tall as shit though.
I know, but still though, that's still a small weight class to start at. You started at 112 and you already at 147, you done came up 35 pounds.
Yeah, but
I
I don't
can't
think he didn't fight in between there. He didn't fight at 126 and all that shit. He was if he started at 112, what was his next bout? Like
on
126, 130?
I mean he came up the weight classes and shit, but I wouldn't trust him going to the 160 though.
Uh-uh. I'm just saying he's big. Like you could put him wherever the fuck you want to. Like he right now he's like that Swiss Army knife. Like he's a safe net for motherfuckers that want to see where they at in the division. Just like how they stuck him in there with Thurman. Nigga never fought at 147. but
Yeah,
you could stick him there.
yeah,
Just like when he fought at 140 and he gave Tank hell for what 3 or 4 rounds before he got hit.
yep.
You
He
can stick him
did.
wherever the hell you want to stick him at, but I don't like how they're using him. But you know what I mean? He's a young fighter. He's still, you know what I mean? He got ways to go do some shit, but you can stick him wherever the hell you want to.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all we got this weekend. Like you said, Frank Sanchez. We got Alexander Ghazi coming back. Terrell Gausha coming with something. The fight I'm looking forward to the most might be Jesus Ramos versus Erickson Lubin, though, besides the Canelo fight.
Who's Gaucher fighting? He's fighting this weekend.
Yeah. He fighting some dude, Keandre Leatherwood. I didn't heard of that name before. I don't know shit about him. He got a bunch of losses, though. He got 8 losses. That Chevon Clark, he fighting against the dude that I had mentioned earlier, that Vasil Ducard. That's the dude that had went 12 rounds against Jordan Thompson.
I gotta look at this shit. You said it's 20 fights, right?
Yeah.
I gotta look into this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up in there tonight, start breaking that shit down. Everything due on Saturday too.
What is it? One card, or is it like broken up? ESPN, Showtime.
Nah, it's broken up different UK shit and the United States and shit. It's broke up.
Yeah, let me go get on my shit. All right, yo, man, y'all niggas be safe, man. Let me go look into my shit, see what's going on with these picks.
All right, you too.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me on. I'm out.
All right, salute. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button too, man, if you haven't already. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
I see the Kane in the building. He said he got Jesus Ramos over everybody at 154. I think I'm gonna have to agree with that motherfucker on that shit.
The King, salute, bro.
Let me jump up in the chat. Ms. Lex say any chance that the fight already fixed? The calmness in the press conference made me wonder. I don't think they're gonna fix no fights, man. That's like, to me, if you're gonna fix a fight, I think you should make it look as good as you can. You don't take a motherfucker coming off a 16-month layoff, make him go up 2 weight classes to fix a fight. You already got the advantages. You ain't got to fix the fight. So I think it's square business. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like them Charlo just always respected this motherfucker. I saw a picture where the Charlos took with Canelo like 10 years ago or something. They look happy as a motherfucker standing next to Canelo. So I think they just respect the dude. Big Boys Boxing said, got me looking for odds on Barrios on points now. I got no odds yet. That shit up, man. What's the I gotta find this website, man, that I be going to. They be having the odds across several different betting sites and shit. Um Ms. Armin Brown said, Trey, tell Eric I'm looking for him. You heard him? You heard him? Big Boys Boxing said, ooh, I see them odds. I'm waiting for options. I think Wall In by decision is a good bet with great odds. Yeah, I think I might have to take all in Wall In, man. I'm gonna go look at some tape and shit to make sure what I want to do, but that's looking pretty good early. Big Boys Boxing said Opataya on points. I think Jai is a great boxer, but not great power. Odds are good for a points win. I almost gave up one of my secrets, but I'm gonna be quiet on that one. Hyphy say always fun watching Erickson because he refuses to believe his punch resistance is his weakness. And he always in a good fight, man. That's part of a good fight when you see a little bit of vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I like him. He got some good skills, but he also vulnerable in the ring. I can barely even talk in this motherfucker. And Kane talking about Jesus Ramos over everybody for sure. Pecos Bill said he can't make 140 no more. Dago said fantasy fight who wins, Manny Pacquiao or Paul Williams. Man, that motherfucker Paul Williams had a frame to go up to 160 and shit, man. I had to take Paul Williams. I think he's just too big for Pacquiao, bro. I guess I was supposed to say Pauls or whatever, but I'm taking Paul Williams. He got the good output, just like Pacquiao. Pacquiao, he throw a lot of punches. Paul Williams throw a lot of punches too, throwing combinations and stuff like that. I think he'll be too big, too strong for Pacquiao. Motherfucker started at 108, and he fighting somebody that can go to 160. Like, nah. And plus, Pacquiao already said when he fought against Margarito, went for 154. He was like, man, these boys too big at this weight class. And you see, he ain't fuck around at 154 as much. So I think he'll have too much trouble with a big guy like Paul Williams. What you think about that shit, bro? Paul Williams versus Manny Pacquiao in a fantasy fight.
I'll take Paul Williams. I think it'll be too much for Pacquiao to come in. He's gonna take a whole lot of punches. He's too big and too long, too strong. Paul Williams. I'll take Paul Williams over Pacquiao.
I'm with you. Damn. Hyphy say, I know y'all appreciate Sonny Edwards really selling his upcoming fight. Hell yeah. A lot of people don't like Sonny Edwards, man. I done saw some people from the UK and shit talking about they hope that he go out there and get knocked out and stuff like that. I'm taking Bam Rodriguez all day. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite Texas fighter. I've been saying that shit for a long time. 4.5 on my scale. He went to the junior AIBA World Championships and won silver. That's a bad man. But I got respect for Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards was a several-time national champion coming from the UK. I like that he go out there and talk that talk. Ain't nothing wrong with it. He get in the ring and back it up. Got some good skills. Can go out there and fight on the outside, real slick, real smooth. And from what I seen, he actually got some respect for his opponents. Like he'll talk his shit trying to sell the fight, but when you listen to him talk, he always say, "Oh yeah, I mean it's a good fighter I'm about to fight. I probably see this guy again coming down the road sometime." I like Sonny Edwards. I just think he gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Sonny Edwards though. And that's my most anticipated fight of the year. I got two young guns in their prime, and they ain't now one of them coming off a layoff. That's the beautiful thing. So I cannot wait to that fight. I'm looking forward to December so we can check that shit out. The Kane said Ramos versus Lubin is the legit best fight this weekend. I think so too. I'm with you. Charles D said Ramos for the upset. Ramos is the favorite. That's a heavy favorite in that fight. At least 4-1. Dago said I thought Ramos was the favorite. He is the favorite. I got you. D'Lo said Jamel has been Canelo's biggest fan for the last several years. He will be starstruck on fight night. Yeah, he might pull a Caleb Plant. I'm a good fighter, ain't I, man? And all that kind of shit coming down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? D'Lo said Lubin is my favorite at 154. I like Lubin, man. You know, he got the amateur background, all that kind of stuff. It's just like I guess he a cautionary tale what can happen if you move a fighter too fast coming up. You know, they put him off in there with Charlo. He got his ass knocked out in 30 seconds. And he been on the uphill climb ever since. You know what I'm saying? But salute to him for getting out there, though. Big Boys Boxing said Ramos versus Zoot Mendoza winner, please. I'll take that, too. I'm with you. That ain't nothing but fireworks and good boxing. D'Lo said Paul tried to bait Pacquiao into a fight even at 154. Pacquiao said no dice. Dago said, I agree. I got Paul. I'm with you. Eric Carr talking to Miss Almond Brown, talking about that ass whooping that he just took. Pecos Bill said that's like kicking your butt up to your shoulders. I don't even know what you're talking about, OG. Dago said I want to see Frank Martin fight Zepeda next, but I know it would be hard to make. Shit, them two different weight classes though. Unless you talking about that other Zepeda, huh? I thought that motherfucker fought at 140. Maybe I'm not thinking about the right guy. What's the name of that? Is Zepeda? He one of the ones that fought JoJo Diaz, right? I think that's a Zepeda that he talking about, the one that fought JoJo Diaz. He might fight at 135. If he fight at 135, it'll be a good fight. Southpaw on Southpaw. I definitely could get up for that fight. I might be tripping though. Yeah, Williams Zepeda. Did Williams Zepeda, did he fight against JoJo Diaz? It seemed like he did. I think you talking about that dude that's strong and he throw a lot of punches and he a southpaw. He said, I mean the 135 pounds of Zepeda. Well, hell, I guess he ain't the one that fought JoJo Diaz then. I think I know you talking about me. You talking about that big nose motherfucker? He real strong, throw a lot of punches, and he a southpaw. I think that's what you talking about. I ain't just seen him fight a bunch of times, but I have seen him fight a couple of times though. Um, Miss Lex says, so you think Caleb Plant was starstruck? Yeah, that motherfucker was starstruck, man. He was starstruck out there. Eric R said, yeah, Canelo was one of Mel's favorite people in boxing after Al. I mean, D'Lo said Williams will pay at 135. Yeah, I see y'all with the Williams to pay them. D'Lo said that's him. Okay, that's the one that fought JoJo. Hell, I was impressed with JoJo going the distance against that motherfucker. That's Zepeda strong. He throw a bunch of punches too. Ms. Lex said I wasn't ready for that comment. Don't do Plant like that. I can see that happening though. Yeah, he was starstruck out there, Ms. Lex, man. Dago said he just beat the Filipino a couple of weeks ago. What Filipino he beat? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really been able to just keep up with the shit the way I want to. But I'm about to try to get my shit together and lock in on these fights the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? I've been having a lot of shit going on. Marlo, he been knowing what's going on. I don't like coming in here and complaining about my life and shit too much, but I've been having a lot of shit going on. I'm trying to get back up in there. You know what I'm saying? Mercedo Hester. Okay. Yeah, that was like a week or two ago or something like that. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Ivy says Zepeda versus Navarrete is the best fight that can be made in all the boxing. He ain't too big for Navarrete. What Navarrete fight at? Don't he fight at 130? Or he done moved up to 135? I guess maybe he done moved up to 135 since he went out there and fought Oscar Valdez. Eric R said, I'm gonna have to take on you and Trey X at the same time to redeem myself. Where that giggling nigga Charles D at? He might can jump on the plate too. Hey man, Charles D ain't nobody to call out though, man. Salute to Charles D, but he gonna have to get top 30 or something, man, before we start listening to Charles D. That motherfucker jumped on the panel and talked like he a perennial top 5 type nigga or something. This nigga ranked number 50 or something right now. God damn me. Miss Lex said, I hope everything comes together for you. So yeah, we gonna make it all come together like Mayweather. That's what we gonna do. We don't lay down and cry. We just come back with something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it together. Don't worry about it. D'Lo said they still at 130. Okay, so he might be a little too big for Navarrete. I do like it's a fight that I've been hearing about though. Luis Alberto Lopez, him in a potential fight against Robesi Ramirez. I think that'll be a hell of a fight. That might be one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most. I put that up there with the great fights. Maybe like a David Benavidez versus Dave Morrell or something like that. But that's a hell of a fight, man. Luis Alberto Lopez versus Robesi Ramirez. I'm there for that one all day. You know what I'm saying? Ms. Armor Brown said, you'll get there, Trey. Yeah, I'm definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna try to get there. I just got to get this black cloud off me. I got this black cloud on my life right now. You know what I'm saying? Pecos Bill said he should be ranked less than a 0.5. We ain't gonna say less than a 0.5. I think he done got like a top 30, maybe a top 40 finish before. He ain't too much better than a 0.5, though. We gonna tell you that right now. Ain't no 3.5, ain't no 4, ain't none of that shit going on. He might be a 1. We'll give him a regional, he a regional type nigga. He ain't no national champion. He ain't no world beater. He like a regional type nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you listen to him talk, he talk like he an Olympic gold medalist. D'Lo said, I said I wasn't going to make any content until I cracked the top 20 or the season ended. I was so disappointed I had to DP my damn self. Yeah, man, it's all good. We're going to come back with some next season, bro. We're going to put our foot in the dirt and we're going to cut up field on the motherfuckers. That's what we're going to do. Hyphy said, respectfully, Robesi smokes Luis and easy. So I don't know about that, though, Hyphy. I think that's a good fight. I got to take Robesi because that's my bona fide 5. You know what I'm saying? 2-time Olympic gold medalist. He got all kind of medals over there. AIBA World Championships, all kind of shit. Pan American Games, all that. So I got to take him. But one thing I done learned about this Luis Alberto Lopez, he beat people that's higher on the scale. Like he went out there and beat Michael Conlon. Michael Conlon, a 4.5 on my scale. He went out there and beat that motherfucker. He went out there and beat the dude from Stockton, California, the 9-time national champion. I can't think of his name. Um, I can't think of his name, but he went out there and beat him. The one where they were saying that his dad might have stopped the fight too late because he was out there getting fucked up. Um, he went out there and beat Joey Gonzalez. Joey Gonzalez is a 3.5 on my scale. So every single time they put him off in there with somebody that ranks higher than him, he finds a way to win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna discredit Luis Alberto Lopez too much. I got Robesi, but I think Lopez gonna come fight like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Um, Eric RK talking to MZ. D'Lo said, I have only known .5 historically on Champ Ross. Known 1.5 historically on Champ Ross. I guess you talking about my boy Pecos Bill. Big Boys Boxing said, does the next season start next week? Absolutely. Is a frog's ass watertight? You goddamn right. We're gonna start the next season, boy. Champ Ross talking about that Gabriel Flores. That's a kid from Stockton, California. I appreciate that. That's the one that went out there and got his ass whooped fucking around with Luis Alberto Lopez. You know what I'm saying? I think Lopez a tough fighter, man. I had bet on his last fight. I took the fight to go the distance, and we went out there and won. That they had the I think the odds was like at 6-5 or something like that. So we had a nice little payout on that shit. Um, Champ Ross, okay, I read that. Hyphy say prior to stopping Colin, Luis looked bad, but the Joette win is very good. I mean, a win is a win. Sometimes you got to look good today. I mean, get the win today and look good tomorrow. But I knew that you was gonna type that because when the fight took place, I remember that you posted that shit on the Discord. So I'm not surprised that you said that. D'Lo said that was a generous .5 too. Could have been a .05, huh? Sean Ross said, hell yeah, Lopez a tough motherfucker. Yeah, he tough. Real tough. And he going to the body. He upstairs and downstairs with it. He like to be first. He ain't the type of dude that just like to do a lot of sitting back waiting. He like to be first. You know what I'm saying? So I like him a lot, man. He come with some of the best fights, like as far as action, in my opinion. I wish we could have called the last fight that he had, but me and Marlo got mixed up. The goddamn fight was on a Friday, and we thought it was on Saturday. So we sitting up here looking like some fools. We done made the picks on Champ Ross and everything, and it still ain't clicked in the nigga mind that these folks fight on Friday. I done seen a weigh in on Thursday and everything. I done seen a weigh in and everything, and it still didn't click in my mind that these folks is fighting Friday. They not fighting Saturday. So that's on me, man. My bad on that shit, y'all. I damn sure wanted to call that fight. Um, well, man. Big Boys Boxing said, boom, I'm in there. Oh, you must have dropped you a little bit. D-Lo said Joette was in that fight, but his features told a different story. Yeah, salute to Joette, man. I was really kind of pulling for the guy. I wanted to see him go out there and, actually win one of these big fights. But he showed that toughness that he always showed me, coming down the stretch, fighting back. You know what I'm saying? He just like to get started too late. He go out there and he get a deficit. And then he want to start trying to fight and come back with something. If he would come out there and fight in the first round the way that he fights in the 10th round, the man might be a champion by now. He at least would have got the win over Isaac Dogbe. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Hopefully he wins some of these big fights. I fuck with Joette tough. Tough as hell. Hyphy said Conor Ben thoughts. I didn't get a chance to see Conor Ben fight. I wasn't surprised that he went the distance though. He was in the ring with a guy that's pretty tough. A dude that had been in some pretty tough fights. So I wasn't surprised that he got some work. He came off a layoff, you know what I'm saying? So he done shook off his rust. I guess he ready to go. I seen some little highlights and stuff, but I haven't seen the full fight. You know what I'm saying? So at least he done shook some ring rust off, and he should be able to be ready to go with some bigger fights. DeCane said in women's boxing news, Ellen Sederus retired yesterday. Shout out to her career. Dropped Alicia Napoleon, became a champion. Overachiever for a soccer player in the sport. Yeah, she definitely is an overachiever. She ain't had no amateur background or nothing like that. Coming from soccer, and my dumb ass picked over Franchon Cruz. Everybody on the corner picked Franchon to beat that woman. I'm the only dumb motherfucker that took Setaroos, and she went out there and got her ass demolished, picked and polished with overhand rights all day, all night against Franchon Cruz. But salute to Ellen Setaroos on a good career. D'Lo said, "Who is Connor Ben?" You know what that motherfucker is. Pagos Bill said, "Oh, really? Historically, point five. Well, we all know I changed that, Mr. D'Lo. Yeah, you changed that. OG at least a 3. D'Lo said, OMZ, I was talking about the other guy. Oh, you talking about I can't even think of that nigga name. Hey, I haven't been doing that bad on the names. I think I done tried to remember like 6 names, and I remember like 3 or 4 of them, and I needed some help on the other 2. Zone 6, yeah, I think he talking about zone 6 with that point 5. I don't think he qualified for a point 5 though. I think he was like in 60th place or something like that. Big Boys Boxing said no bet. I'm in for next season. All right, come on back with something, man. Next season gonna be trouble though. Only thing is, man, I keep on getting in tough spots with the layoffs. Sometimes I ain't gonna get into all that because I ain't trying to wake everybody up on my shit. Never mind. Y'all forget all about that. We're gonna come back with something next season. Dino said I didn't check, but there was money on Joette going the distance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. They had that as the underdog. When it opened, they had it about, I want to say it was 5-4 for the fight to not go the distance. Like Joette was gonna get stopped. And then by the time the betting took place and all that kind of stuff, the odds shifted to 6-5 the other way. And we had caught that shit somewhere off in there. But we got some pretty good money for the fight going the distance, though. I think it was like even a little bit better than even money. It was like 6-5 that we got that the fight goes the distance. So it was pretty good money. I ain't doing no complaining. Shit, we need it all. And Joette is one of the toughest out there. You know what I'm saying? D'Lo said demolished, picked and Polly. Yeah, she went out there and got her ass with man, talking about the Ellen Setaroos. D'Lo said the one who thought he was a solid 5, yeah, a bona fide 5. Sean Ross said zone 6. I hope he comes back to redeem himself. He said he was. He came off of here, dropping peace signs, talking about he come in peace. All that old talking rough and talking mean and shit. He left that shit at the door. Salute to him for that. And he came in here dropping peace signs, talking about he gonna come back with something next season. So we looking forward to it. I got some more for him. Where that come from, goddamn. I mean, this ass whooping ain't complete. I ain't even had a good season. I'm due for a good season. So we about to see how that shit gonna go. D'Lo said, I know for certain Joette was going to. Oh, yeah, Joette is tough, man. I can't say that shit enough. I put him up there with them Smith brothers and stuff like that. I got a lot of respect for the tough fighters. Sometimes you might see a guy, he done took 20 losses, but he only been stopped one time and he ain't never been stopped at all. A lot of people will look at that and be like, man, he took 20 losses. He trash. I look at him and say, well, goddamn, look who we been fighting. Every time you see him fight somebody, they 15-0, 16-1, 14-0, 13-2. Like he keep on fighting people with good records, and he done went out there and took some losses. As a matter of fact, I posted one of them guys in the Discord. It was a Mexican fighter. I can't think of his name though, but I think he had like 6 losses. But when you look at who he been fighting, everybody he fighting is undefeated people with deep amateur backgrounds. Well, hell, they put him in the gauntlet. So we're going to give him some respect and give him some credit on being tough. You know what I'm saying? Pecos Bill said, oh, my bad. I ain't going to call him all that. He talking to D-Lo. Ms. Armin Brown said he came in peace. Yeah, he came in peace, dropping them peace signs and shit. He came in peace. D-Lo said, okay, talking to MZ. Sean Ross said he can't be wearing no belt around making picks like that. That's false advertisement. Yeah, square business. Yeah, man, I want to give me one of them belts, man. I've been kind of hating because I ain't got no belt, even though I have went out there and won me a championship. I could have 2 championships if I wasn't a weak-minded ass, goat-smelling motherfucker. I could have 2 of them. But I do want to come back and give me a championship belt. You know what I'm saying? Dago said, "I'm one more fantasy fight: Deontay Wilder versus Joe Frazier. Who win?" How about this, man? You keep on asking us all these fantasy fights. Why don't you get up in the prediction league with us? Get up in the Champ Ross with us, man, and make some picks. We gonna answer your question. Deontay Wilder versus Joe Frazier. I'm taking Joe Frazier, man. Deontay Wilder ain't got no inside game. We done already seen how that shit go, man. Joe Frazier gonna be bobbing and weaving. He gonna get up in there. He gonna get up in his chest. That's a chest dog right there. You know what I'm saying? And he got the amateur background, Olympic gold medalist. I think he'll be too much for Deontay, man, going to the body and stuff. What about you, bro? What you think about Deontay Wilder versus Joe Frazier?
Frazier by knockout.
Short and sweet, Frazier by knockout up there. D'Lo said Joette is like a true trial horse. Yeah, Joette tough, man. He a bad motherfucker. He one of them French championship level type guys. And he always in a good fight, too. That's the thing about him. I don't really see him in no bad fights. Even the fight he had with Shakur Stevenson, he didn't win damn round, but it was a pretty good fight. His fight with Navarrete was a legendary fight. The fight that he had with Ozzy Dalbay was a good fight. This fight that he just had with Luis Alberto Lopez was an outstanding fight. Yeah, man. Salute to Joey Gonzalez. Eric Garcia said came in with the white flag. He came in waving the white flag. We don't let him wave it though, man. We ain't got to keep up no drama. You know what time it is. He came over here. He see that it ain't no sprint. It's a marathon. Like we kept on saying the whole time. So we gonna let him wave the white flag. It's all good. But the games are gonna begin again in about a week's time. So we gonna see how that shit gonna go. Dago said, I think Wilder KOs Frazier. He will get caught coming in. Shit, I done only seen Wilder catch a how many motherfuckers I done seen? I saw him catch Arthur Spilker coming in, but I don't think Arthur Spilker got the same type of bob and weave game as no Frazier. I just think that'd be a little bit too much, man. Joe Frazier, and he going to the body. Yeah, the only fighter I can think of that Wilder just caught coming in was Arthur Spilker. I don't think that's enough. Eric Carr said, okay, talking about Marlo. I know you said you didn't want to be on that long. You want to go ahead and shut it down, bro?
Yeah.
All right, man, we're going to go ahead and shut it down and get on up out of here. Come back with something. I wanted to do the trivia this past Wednesday, but I had some shit come up, so I couldn't do it. I'm going to try to do it here soon, man. So if y'all want to do some trivia, don't duck the smoke. The last time I tried to do it, didn't nobody really had the energy to do that shit. But we're going to try to get it done, though. I already got the questions already uploaded on YouTube and everything. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to try to do that shit ASAP. I don't know about this weekend, y'all. I ain't going to even lie about this Charlo versus Canelo fight. If I can call that motherfucker, I will. But if not, we just going to have to call the next good fight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being 100. I ain't really too excited about paying for the shit anyway, though, to be real with you.
They show been tapping us for them dollars. Good night, Miss Lex. Have a good one, sis.
Good night to you. Well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and shut it down and get up out of here, bro.
Hell yeah. You already know, man, it's always fun. I always love chopping it up, sharing each other's opinions about the sport. Yeah, I don't know neither about this one, but shit, we definitely see, man. If there's anything, I'll see it fired up. But excuse me, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Until next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls, the fuck out my gym.
You heard him.
Peace.
Yeah.